Hi everyone, it's your old pal Glenn Fricker here with another episode of sponsor-friendly gear reviews. That's where we take a look at what's new and exciting in the world of musical instruments and say nice things about them so the hardworking consumer knows what to buy. Today, we're looking at the new Line 6 Spider 5. It's a very nice and powerful 30-watt guitar amp that's perfect not only for the bedroom musician, but for the stage and studio as well. It's got all kinds of nice sounds on it, and it's just swell. Swell? Swell! You know what? I just can't do it. Who the fuck says swell? How the hell am I supposed to keep a straight face and sell this bullshit? You guys want a real review? Good, because you're gonna get one. It's time to bring back fearless gear reviews. And you know what? I'm not even wearing pants! Kiss my ass, motherfuckers! All right, when Line 6 announced the Spider 5, the first thing I thought was, you gotta be fucking kidding. I mean, a new version of the worst amp series of all time? Line 6, come on, you guys gotta lay off sniffing glue. I mean, it's not doing you any good at all. Anyway, like an idiot, I dropped $200 on this thing to get it here, and well, after checking it out, I did find a couple of cool features, like the 8-bit mode. It's kind of neat. The built-in metronome is nice, and the fact that you can hook it up to an external audio source and jam along is very nice too. There's even a really cool app on your phone that lets you control the amp. That is kind of awesome. But let's skip the bullshit, shall we? The only important thing here is how the amp sounds. And well, this amp is a giant steaming pile of elephant shit. It sounds wretched. Don't even bother miking up the speaker. There's no low end to speak of. You have to go direct if you want to record. And here's where the idiocy of the design readily becomes apparent. If you hook up the amp's USB to your computer for recording, you can't run the app. Who the fuck thought this was a good idea? I mean, there's design blunders and then there's Line 6 design blunders. This is extra, super special, beyond the sun level stupid. It's like building a car without wheels, or a smartphone without a headphone jack, or nominating Hillary Clinton instead of Bernie Sanders. Yeah, that worked out well. I'd also like to mention that if you do use the USB, the amp essentially becomes your sound card, and you'll have to monitor through the amp's output. Great idea! My RME Fireface was just wasting rack space anyway. So because of this design blunder, you'll have to record with the headphone out if you want to use the app to control the amp, because there's no app to control it from your PC. Or you'll have to shell out another $200 for a version of the amp that has XLR out. Yeah. But if you're spending $400, I'd highly recommend buying something that doesn't say Line 6 on the front so you can actually get a good guitar sound. So once you're hooked up, you can scroll through the various settings and see what this thing is capable of. And to help with that, I've brought in Mr. Christian Vey, who is just an amazing guitar player. Let's check out a few of the settings. That was pretty cool. All right, I take it back. Line 6, what the fuck? Really? Is that what you're selling to kids these days? Wow, this just keeps getting worse. All right, let's knock that shit off before we give everyone a headache. Clearly, when it comes to high gain tone, this amp sucks. But how does it sound in a mix? Well, let's check it out. Well, hey, that was kind of awesome. Actually, I'm just fucking with you guys. That was Bias Amp Professional with some killer impulses from Rosen Digital. Here's what the Line 6 actually sounds like. Now, I've had a few discussions with other musicians about it, and they claim that it sounds better than the earlier Spiders. Well, I just happen to have a Spider Mark II on hand, so let's compare the two and find out for real. Well, I guess we can throw that little theory right out the fucking window. The Spider Mark V actually is a step backward from the Mark II. Yeah, you guys remember the Mark II, the amp that sounded like fried assholes? You heard the proof right here. This new version is even worse. Wow, I'm just dumbfounded here. How the hell could they manage to fuck this up so badly? So I gotta ask, who is this amp for? At 30 watts, it's too underpowered for jamming with a live drummer. If it's for the bedroom musician, what's the point? I think it's safe to assume by now everybody has a computer of some sort at home. Hell, a small 2-channel interface and some freeware VSTs will be a better bedroom setup than this atrocity. You know, 10 years ago, a lot of Spiders were purchased because they filled a need. A reasonably inexpensive guitar amp for the bedroom player. They sounded awful, but they made the kids happy. However, amp sim technology has advanced in the last 10 years and you no longer need a dedicated amp to play guitar on. In fact, I'd say the best feature this amp offers is the fact that you can turn the cabinet impulses off and use your own. It's actually palatable that way. But that's not really a selling point. If that's the best part about it, why not just skip the amp altogether and get something that sounds good? In my opinion, this amp has some major flaws. Besides the idiot level 1 million can't use the app and the digital out at the same time, the fatal flaw here is that the cabinet impulses are just terrible. No matter how you set up the app. Line 6 has been putting out shitty practice amps for years, and the Spider 5 is actually a step backward. To think I'd actually prefer the fried asshole sound of the Mark II to the sonic diarrhea that is the Mark V. Line 6, it's time to meet the hammer of truth. This amp has to die. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this episode. If you like the content, please support the channel either at my SMG shop or through my Patreon. If you want to see more, hit one of the playlists. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here.